5 political meetings have been held in COTU boss Francis Atwoli's Kajiado home in the last 2 months, meetings that have been linked to plotting for 2022. But is Atwoli the 2022 kingmaker? Bwana
Atwoli is our modern day Bwana Dawa in terms of trying to put together a team of like-minded politicians, and I am one of those.
The kind of numbers of delegations that I have seen him host, I have no doubt in my mind that he commands a considerable clout in Western Kenya, because if he didn't, then we will not be seeing the kind of delegations coming from Western Kenya, also coming from Nyanza, coming from Rift Valley, even coming from Central, trooping to his home.
The meetings bringing together Atwoli, Jubilee Vice Chair David Murathe, and a host of other leaders, among them ODM leader Raila Odinga, KANU Chairman Gideon Moi, former Gatanga lawmaker Peter Kenneth, and Raila's foot soldiers. Atwoli has already declared his support for the ODM leader Raila Odinga in his 2022 presidential bid, sentiments that were echoed by Jubilee Vice Chairman David Murathe.
I think Murathe was right, and I want to endorse his proposal as a person, as I continue to consult as Francis. Indeed, it is true, Honorable Raila Odinga, for a long time he has fought for fairness, truthfulness, straightforwardness. If he will offer his candidature, I'm sure by 10 a.m., I don't know the date, 2022, he will be the 5th Kenya's president.
Atwoli claiming to have the Luhya's 2022 vote, a region that currently boasts of more than 6.8 million votes as it is for now. His attempt to bring together the Mlembe nation having received opposition among Luhya bigwigs.
I think this is the first time we have realized almost every constituency in West Kenya represented.
ANC party leader Musalia Mudavadi embattled Ford Kenya leader Moses Wetangula, Kakamega governor Wycliffe Oparanya, and devolution CS Eugene Wamalwa are currently perceived to be the Luhya leaders. Mudavadi and Wetangula have already declared to be on the ballot come 2022.
Sometimes when you have disparate forces, not desperate, disparate forces, or forces that come, different forces. It takes an individual at the level of somebody like Atwoli to bring them together and be the midwife. And that's the role he's trying to play. And there can be no better person to play that role other than him now.
Umaarufu wa siasa tufanye 2022. Lakini sisi tunajua tunafuata Mheshimiwa Musalia Mudavadi kama our presidential candidate kutoka sehemu hii. Wale wengine wanataka kutuingiza kwa serikali, mimi nashangaa. Eugene yuko kwa serikali. Anataka kutupeleka serikali nyingine gani? Na yeye ni waziri. Oparanya ni Council of Governors Chairman, ni mdosi na mheshimu. Na ana serikali yake ya Kakamega County. Ni serikali gani wanatupangia mbele?
Atwoli, on the other hand, has been pushing quote-unquote Uhuru is too young to retire narrative, with some close Uhuru allies being part of his team. The entry of Peter Kenneth in Atwoli's camp was termed as a way of looking for Kenyatta's successor in Mount Kenya region. Kenneth has been working behind Murathe.
Atwoli, Murathe, Peter Kenneth pia yeye amebadilika siku hizi. Mzungu wa hapa Murang'a tulikuwa tunafikiria ako na sisi. Tumemuona sasa wako na Raila wakipanga. Na hiyo jamaa yote muendelee na hiyo sarakasi yenu, lakini mjue kura haitafutwi huko kwa Atwoli nyumbani. Kura inatafutwa hapa ground kwa wananchi.
And I know Uhuru is with his own wisdom. At least he is going to give a direction. Because he would wish that as he exits the office, there will be continuity. There will be people who will still continue pushing the agendas that he has been pushing, so that he can do the handing over the stick to somebody who will reasonably unite our community, unite the region, and unite this country the more.
President Uhuru Kenyatta's backyard will play a key role in determining who will win presidential polls in 2022 general election. An analysis of the 2019 population census shows not only is the president's community the largest in the country with a population of 8.12 million, outnumbering the second largest ethnic group, the Luhya, by 1.3 million people, it is also home of the counties with high numbers of people, most of them youths who will be eligible for registration as voters in the next general election.
We all know who our leader is. Our leader in Kenya is His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta, who also happens to be our leader. No other person can purport to speak on behalf of His Excellency the President. Not even the kingmaker, who is the chairman of budget.
So it's only the president who can command Mount Kenya region?
Absolutely. There is no doubt about it. And I have been in Mount Kenya. We have all been there in Mount Kenya. There is no iota of evidence to say the contrary. So His Excellency the President commands overwhelming support in the entire of Mount Kenya region, and not just Mount Kenya region, but he has a lot of support in the country.
Currently, Nairobi has the highest number of registered voters with over 3 million registered voters. Kiambu, Nakuru, Kakamega, Meru and Machakos are among counties with over 1 million votes, with Bungoma among the top counties. Kakamega and Bungoma are in western part of Kenya.
Na tunaendelea kukaa hapa, tunakaa ati vitu itatoka mbinguni sikufikie sisi. Ati tunangojea
mambo ya vyama kusema sisi ni wa ANC, sisi wa Ford Kenya, sijui sisi wa ODM ama NASA ama Jubilee. Mambo hayo yalikwisha wakati huo. Sasa sisi sote tuko chini ya serikali moja ya Mheshimiwa Uhuru Kenyatta.
And with Atwoli claiming to unite the Luhya nation, he will be looking to convince close to 7 million Luhya votes, the second highest in Populous County. However, the votes can't make a 50+1 vote for the president in the country that votes along tribal lines. Kikuyu nation has the highest number of registered voters at 8.1 million votes, a nation that Deputy President William Ruto has also been trying to penetrate. Ruto's Kalenjin community has over 6.36 million votes that might be split between Ruto and Baringo Senator Gideon Moi, who is also in Atwoli's camp.
2022 is the biggest elephant in the room, yes, but there are other development issues. So we talk about a range of issues as leaders, but of course, yes, we have the presidential succession, which is the big elephant in the room, and we cannot ignore, and we have to talk about it.
In the recent past, Yala MP and ODM boss Raila Odinga's elder brother Oburu Odinga said Raila's 2022 presidency is assured since he has the so-called system and the deep state, remarks that seem to have hit Ruto's hardest.
Nataka niwaambie hawa watu tunawangojea. Hiyo deep state tunangojea. Na hiyo system tunangojea. Watakuja na system, sisi tutakuja na wananchi na Mungu.
But is Murathe and Atwoli the deep state or system referred to by Ruto and his allies?
Tanga, personally I don't believe in those formations, because I believe in one country which is led by His Excellency the President Uhuru Kenyatta, and we have followed him and we continue to follow him because we know for sure that the position that he holds and where he sits at the apex, definitely he has an advantage view over everybody else.
I do not know who came up with that thing of deep or shallow states. What I know is that perhaps it represents the public servants who don't have to play politics openly with us. I do not know, but whether they shape, Kenya is a democracy. So whatever else somebody else tries to do out there, or deep or shallow, Kenya is a democracy and we believe in the democratic process.
Ile system sisi tunaelewa na ile system tunajua ni system ya wananchi na sana sana system ya Mungu.
And with the fallout between President Uhuru Kenyatta and Deputy President William Ruto, various political camps are gearing up for 2022. As politicians continue to align and realign themselves for the 2022 elections, it's evident that ODM boss Raila Odinga is yet to declare his stand on the matter, though his allies continue to push him for the fifth time. Elizabeth Motuko, TV 47 Nairobi.